Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Fama. Hey, Najah.
Hi, Hanan.
Hi, Hanan.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to our first episode of istoria podcast.
Yeah, finally we started.
Yes, finally, after a long wait, a lot of preparations,
Yes.
and how to be an entrepreneur. We felt that in real life.
Yeah.
Like starting with this podcast. And
Exactly.
today we are going to share a lot of stories of the first entrepreneur that we have as a guest today, Fama.
Yeah, welcome, Fama. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, can you introduce yourself, Fama, to the audience?
Sure. So my name is Fama. I was born in Paris. I'm originally from Senegal. I lived in New York for over 10 years, and then I moved to Korea. The first time I came to Korea was in 2015, and then I came back to set up my business in 2018.
That's great.
That's really great.
Yeah.
So we wanted to say why Korea, why not any other countries?
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, because you came from a very rich background, like
Yeah.
New York, all the way Paris, and then
I
Korea.
mean, like it's a dream country.
To be honest, like I never really thought about opening a business to begin with, and my first love has always been like anything creative, right? So and on top of that, like my focus in education was foreign languages.
Ah, I see.
So I studied
see.
like when I was younger, I studied so many languages. I studied like German, I studied Spanish, then I studied Latin, like the how to like the core of the French writing.
That's amazing.
And when I moved to New York, I was like, oh, okay, now I can learn like more languages. So I started learning Japanese.
Wow. Wow, that's really a nice.
I did Japanese, I did Arabic, and
Wow.
then and then from my Japanese classes, I started doing Korean because I had a lot of Korean Americans studying Japanese.
Yes, yes.
And that's when I got introduced in the whole like that Korean culture from there. And then I always had a love for Asian culture to begin with because when we were younger, we would watch a lot of animation and
Yeah.
stuff. And then I started watching like Japanese drama, J-drama, not K-drama, J-drama.
Okay.
We have different types of categories. Whoever understand in the perspective of Asia in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from there, I started like getting into, because of my friends, like I was studying with, we started like, discovering like, Korean culture. So in New York, they have a K-town.
Wow.
So it's really tiny though. It's like one block. And I only realized it was really tiny when I went to LA, and then they had like, I don't even know how big it is. It's just so big. But then from the K-town, you can see so many restaurants, so many like not too many stores, but like they had the face shop. And I'm telling you this, that was back in 2010, 2011.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
similar
really
times when we got interested in Korea.
Yeah,
I
you
think
know?
because of the Hallyu, I would
So-
say.
I already had like, a knowledge about like, obviously like K-drama and stuff like that. But then the beauty part was really amazing to me because K-Town is just one block from Macy's and one block from Sephora.
Wow.
So when you go to the face shop and you see all those sheet masks, you're like, what is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you never seen that before, right? And
Yeah.
like and then when you watch those drama, and then it doesn't have to be necessarily Korean drama, but it came from Korean drama.
True.
Because if you see even in Japanese drama, everybody has really nice skin, right?
Exactly. This
But-
is what everybody get curious about. Always the Asian skincare, it's like, it's different
just-
from any other countries.
It
And they have
attracts you.
very,
They have a very clear skin, right?
It's amazing. It's just
Yeah.
like mind blowing. You're just like, wow, is
How
it
they-
real?
how do they maintain like all the time the same quality?
Exactly. So then I got so curious. So I got more into it and more into it. And I studied and discovered and then understood like, all these innovative process that they come up with. And then I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go to Korea.
that.
and see.
Just like that.
Yeah, and I was just like, because
Yeah.
I love I love traveling. I feel like traveling is so amazing, and everybody that has a chance to should always take, like, you know, the chance to travel, to experience, to meet different cultures,
Exactly.
different people, and understand, you know, better, right? What the
Actually,
world.
yeah, you meet different versions of yourself.
That's
Yeah.
so true. That's a really good point.
Yes.
So when I first came to Korea, I had no plan. I came on a vacation.
Oh, that's a good start.
Like, exactly. I came
Yeah.
on a vacation with my little brother, and we were like, okay, that was the first trip to Asia. So let's split. Let's go to Japan and let's go to Korea.
Okay.
So initially, in the back of my mind, I always said, like, I'm going to move to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like everybody,
Everyone,
everyone do always that.
I know, right? And then I went to Japan. I loved it. I really loved it. But then I came to Korea and I loved it.
Like you fell in love with it.
I
mean,
fell
like,
in love with it. And like the beauty aspect of it was so overwhelming. And I was just like, but then that's when the critical mind came. And I was just like, man, like people really don't know like what Korean beauty or what Korea has to offer.
Yes.
You know, and that's when I was just like, oh, I want to do something here. I feel like there's room to do a lot of things.
Yes.
And that's how like I decided like to kind of start a business here in Korea.
that's so great.
That's a great start.
That's really great.
Yeah.
So specifically your business model, we would say like you have 2 categories to 3 categories that you are focusing right now?
Yes. So initially we are a creative agency. So what we do is we help company with like different aspects of marketing, and it would be from digital marketing. We do a lot of influencer marketing as well. And we also do event management, you know, brand activations. And then on the other side, we promote K-beauty. So we do events where we educate on the concept of K-beauty. We want to bring brands together and the consumers, right? And then export Korean beauty
Yeah.
in the right way.
Yeah.
the right
Actually,
way.
to be honest, like in Korea, what we always see, they always manufacture and always export. That's how Korean as a society, plus in terms of letting people understand their culture. But when we actually see it, they always export products. So whenever every home people, you would say something that's made in Korea.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be electronic, whether it's going to be phone eventually as Samsung. So yeah, I mean, like that's how people, they will understand in terms of that. But when it comes to beauty, as a skincare, this is how as our generation need to be more educated to be what exactly that you wanted to see yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, what fits you.
Because I think that with K-beauty, I think, you know, back in the day, and I'm saying back in the day because you probably discovered like the whole Korean Hallyu things back in 2010, 11, right?
Yes.
So K-beauty was known, but not as today.
Yeah, not
right?
as big as today.
And I still see people like they understand what K-beauty, like everybody knows K-beauty, okay, Korean beauty, okay.
Yes,
but what
yes.
does it stand for? What
Exactly.
makes K-beauty
Yeah,
K-beauty?
I personally want to learn more.
Yeah.
You see?
Even though I have many like in standard with myself in terms of daily skincare routine, but still like you wanted to discover more because actually it's getting more and more diverse.
Yeah.
It's not only one thing that we understand.
Exactly. So, you know, there's room like to educate people, to let them know, okay, this is good because. And then when people know why, then they will buy.
Exactly.
Because, you know, a lot like it's good to export products, but you know, if I come to you, you live like, I don't know, in like Spain, and I tell you, oh, you know, these Korean beauty products are amazing, and you're like, okay, but I have like Italian products that Spanish products, they're doing really well for my skin, you know.
Yeah.
I have to like show you, explain to you why.
Yes.
From
before
the why,
you spend your money,
you were gonna buy.
Yeah.
And, you know,
See, from the why, you will buy.
I like that.
Yeah.
She's good on like play on
Yeah.
words, right?
Yeah, that's a good motto.
No, I mean, like, actually, after all, we wanted to
Can you
emphasize
say it again?
we wanted to emphasize, like, for the better understanding. That's like sometimes we need to repeat the word. I mean,
Yeah, from
carry
the
on,
why,
carry on.
can you say it again?
Yeah.
From the why to buy.
From why, you know how to buy, or
Yeah.
you can can buy.
I like that.
That's nice.
I'm going to remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Awareness, because I think nowadays people started not to buy products, just buying the products. They want to know the story behind the product.
Yes.
The values, if it's matching my values, if it's animal cruelty free, if it's vegan, all these things. So do you think the Korean market helps and gives these kind of options for the consumers?
It's much better than before.
Okay,
before, I think like what's really interesting with the Korean beauty industry is that first of all, anybody who wants to work in that industry, you need to be in Korea. Don't even bother. For me, like, because I see that it's constantly changing.
Yeah, that's the thing about Korea.
That's the
changing and you adapt
so quickly.
Yes.
So that means that if you want to follow the trend, you need to be here. Like if that's your core business, you need to be here because you need to follow. Otherwise, you're missing it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So that being said, because it's so fast paced, the brands are on a mission. It's like, okay, what's the next big thing? Okay. And
what is the trendy thing?
Yeah, what's the trend? How are we going to make it our own? What's going to be the next ingredient? Remember when Centella came out? Centella Asiatica? It's like the Dr. George.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that green, when they had that packaging with the green, it was so popular. All the brands started doing products based with Centella Asiatica. So that's the trend. For example, you see how you see the stick, everyone is using it.
Yeah.
So now you see a lot of brands making it because they know it's a trend. So and that's the beauty of Korea too, is you can make something very quickly.
You
and can catch up on the trend quickly.
Re-innovate the product, and then they proceeded with their own specific ingredients.
Exactly. So when you do that, sometimes you lose focus.
Yes.
Because
be
you lose the essence of your brand. So if you are a brand that's you say cruelty free, for example, of course you're going to stay with that, concept, but then sometimes you're gonna try to follow the trend, and it's not gonna align with your branding or your positioning or what you. So that's why I say now it's much better, because I think the brands are understanding that, and they understand that the consumers, once you have a loyal fan base or consumer, they're gonna follow you.
Yes, cosmetics are essential. You need it every day in your life, and you will be a returning customer to this product. So from all this, as it's a huge market in K-beauty, how do you find yourself raising awareness and your matching with your values as Fama?
For me, the biggest thing, and that's what I did when I came here, my biggest concern was diversity.
Yes.
And that was my fight.
Yes.
That's what I said, when I came to Korea and I saw all the beauty industry, and I was just like, oh my God, people really don't know what's going on. And that's because people have this stereotype that, okay, it's K-beauty is for Asian.
Yeah, it's
K-beauty is not for darker skin tone.
Or maybe it's going to be internationally based.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had first to break that stereotype.
Yes.
Number one.
Yeah.
And number two, you had to talk to the brand to make them understand, okay, this is great. This is a great product. You guys are doing really good in Korea. You want to export, you need to change your marketing. It's just simple, to be honest. But sometimes they don't understand it like that. So you have to kind of explain it to them. So
I see.
When we started, a lot of things that we did was some of the things that we did were diversity campaign.
Oh, okay.
We work with the brands. We tell them, okay, we're gonna have we did this K-beauty cares for you, back in 2020. It's
before COVID. Yeah.
Right at COVID, and we got brands. We got here in Korea models from 15 different countries.
Wow, that's amazing.
And they just talked about their experience about K-beauty. Some of them knew, some of them didn't know, some of them it was brand new experience for them. And the brand also were happy because that gave them the opportunity to have content
to develop
to develop, but also see other, like, international, different ethnicity, different religions, different, countries come together around K-beauty. So then they understand that, this is what speaks to this generation. Today, it's not like what it was 20 years ago. Today, people want to see diversity, inclusivity. They want to see, and that's another thing. When you say diversity, inclusivity, people think, okay, we just need to take, and you see that a lot. Let's have one white girl, one black girl, one Asian girl.
I see.
That's not what it is. Like, diversity is bigger than that. Diversity means, like, I want a skinny girl, I want a chubby girl, I want a tall girl, I want a, short girl, I want a Muslim girl, I want an Indian. Do you want? That's what diversity means.
Yeah, because like whoever see the product in terms of their mentality, they will see it. Oh, it's related. They are from our part, so they will be. So this is something about psychology.
Exactly.
Psychology mindset, so that they can relate. Yeah. After all, I see.
I mean, I'm sure, like, just think about yourself. Like, sometimes when you see stuff and you don't see anybody like that looks like you, you're not gonna buy. Or you don't necessarily you don't connect with the brand.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. I feel like before. Like you said 20, 30 years ago, the market was like one company or one corporate and one advertisement or several advertisements that's controlled by a corporate. They just put a product and psychologically make people buy it.
Yeah.
The consumer doesn't have a word to say.
And also,
now
like,
it's different.
It was not that much like different many products. Before it was just only, maybe let's say as a shampoo, it was just one part, a little bit kind of like in the ingredients that people can relate. But now the generation, as our generation and the next generation, they will have, they are really having a lot of better understanding. The ingredients, is it vegan? Is it something? So it's getting like related, I mean, as a consumer, plus the manufacturer, or let's say the product itself, they can communicate together. It's not like before. It was very hard to see. Now they can help each other so that they can come up with the product that's going to be like beneficial for everybody.
Exactly.
Win-win situation.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation. And the consumer has more awareness what to choose.
Yeah.
With the internet, with the
social
access
media.
to information. Yes.
Yep.
Social media is like, we wouldn't say it's a big power of how a consumer can get. It's a big thing. It's a big C, but still people have a chance to be aware if they choose correct.
Exactly.
And that's what we are here for, to create awareness and add value.
Yes,
especially to business owners and business entrepreneurs with the mindset and strong females who are making their way.
Feminist.
Yes. Equality, male, female, any kind of gender. But what matters is all of us, we are here to add value and at the same time understand and learn from each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. So K-beauty is the biggest market that you got interested in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love K-beauty.
Yes, it's, and I feel like with my understanding, actually K-beauty, the keyword that comes first in my head is skincare.
Good job. No, seriously, it's what it is. Yeah.
Before I was like makeup, but other countries also put a lot of makeup. They have diverse colors with the shades, lipsticks. But in Korea, if you want to ask about beauty, skincare, that's number one. How to clear your skin, how to make it healthy, not the colors or the makeup.
And then
she knows, like, I don't even need to like teach her anything.
But this question,
I mean, all of us, because we are living in Korea.
But the thing is, I didn't know this before.
Okay.
It happened.
I struggle like why people are interested a lot in the Korean product or K-beauty. And then when I went to shops, I see the colors are actually quite similar. Like, for example, lipstick is orange, red, and pink, and it's shades. That's it. And makeup is just different. And even the foundation, we have another story about foundation. That's another conversation. But with the skincare is the main thing for every skin type.
And it can be like friendly with like from starting as a teenager till like anytime.
That's That's the thing. Oh my God, you said so many like good things. I don't even know where to start.
It's okay. Take your time.
But like, tell us from your experience.
Yeah.
Well,
from your point of view in your business field.
It is really what she said. Like, it's really what you said. It's just that Korean K-beauty is, first of all, it's a philosophy, right? And why we say that is because when you think about your skin, when you think about like, you know, being like beautiful or whatever, people think makeup.
Yes.
They don't think skincare. Yeah. That's the first thing you think. You think about makeup. Why? Because back in the day, we used to think, and I was one of those people, that, okay, I have a pimple, let me hide it with concealer. Okay. I have some dark spot. Let me hide them. Okay, what's the foundation?
Yes.
That's what
you know,
exactly.
exactly.
Everybody think about
right? But what's the approach in Korea? I have a pimple. I have dark spots. I have wrinkles. Let me prevent them. Wow. That's what it is. Wow. And that's why they start so young. Because think about it, like, you know, I don't know when you started using makeup, or, you know, like when I started using makeup, it was not necessarily like to like focus on skincare. Yeah. Like, you know, it was just like, okay, let me
be beautiful.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Just in some specific events.
Yeah, right?
If it is something, a big event, we're going to have more condensed, like taking care of it. And then when it's just simple one, just like simple makeup.
And then when do you start? Like maybe like in your teenage years or something, right?
Yeah.
Here in Korea, they start like the whole process of skincare when you're like like, you know, when you're probably like in high school. They already start like starting the whole concept of, okay, I need to double cleanse my face. Wow. I need to make I need to put on a sheet mask. You know, they start like using like all those like sleeping mask, sleeping pack. Like they have this ritual from very young.
Yeah.
Yes.
So of course,
it's a mindset.
By the time you get like 30, your skin is flawless.
Yeah.
You know, and okay, because I don't want people to think like, okay, K-beauty is the remedy to every skin issue.
But in all the case, just in general.
It's
for
just
the better
understanding. It's just the process. The process is, I'm going to take care of my skin from inside. You know, deep inside to make sure, like, you know, I'm going to prevent having pimple. What is that going to mean? That means like,
because actually it is always insecure for all of us.
Exactly.
All of us, we had the pimples started in teenager. Some of them, they have it like really like, it shows so much that they don't feel secure with themselves. And some of them, they even go to dermatology. And some of them
spend a lot of money.
Not even into a stage where they have to do some surgeries for that, just to have
like
this
procedures, treatment, like so many things you have to do.
But to prevent from that, as a skincare, if you start with the K-beauty process, it will gonna give you like less. People need to have just a better understanding for this.
It's just what it is. Like you need to like pretty much like what you want to do is just change your mindset. Like when it comes to beauty. Beauty is not about makeup. Makeup is here to enhance your beauty.
Yes.
Right? It's just here to, you know, okay, play around too, because it's playful. You know, colors, like lipsticks, eyeshadows, like blushes, you know, it's fun.
Yeah.
But
it's not necessary.
This is
it's
only
not necessary,
yeah, this is
right?
only makeup part. But when it comes to skincare, that's different story.
That's true.
That's where you start and then go to the makeup part.
Exactly. And how do you get like a really flawless, nice makeup whenever you have a really nice skin?
Exactly.
Bingo.
You know, so that means, what does it mean? You need to start from the basics, which is your skincare.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I'm sure like before, like I'm going to ask you, like, what was your, like when you were younger, like what was your skincare routine? Like wash your face, put a cream, and that's it? Or...
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Do you see what I mean?
Exactly, that's what we were doing.
The funniest part is that we don't, we have 4 seasons.
Yeah.
The only time I use a cream is in winter. Because
like,
you know,
that's what was back
gets,
in the back really like as a teenager
look at
time.
Kids like babies, because they have a sensitive skin, you find the mothers really extra care. They have a full product for their skincare. So skincare is actually organic to the human body, whether it's
part
male,
of it.
female.
It's the same when we have 4 seasons for changing the clothes that fits for us. It's the same what we have to do it as in terms of skincare, it's actually daily. It's not just, it depends on the
Makeup,
occasion.
let me say this short and precise. Makeup is optional. Skincare is for everyone. It's an essential.
You said it right.
Yeah, that's beautiful that we got to know and talk about skincare and the awareness of that and how that aligns with business, especially with you, Fama.
Yep.
And what are the difficulties that you faced when you were starting your business in Korea?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's like most
you can say maybe just
not,
2 to 3 points that like give you like the strength for continuation, because like it's really amazing to see an entrepreneur that actually live in Korea and then exporting things and get the feedback,
raising awareness
to raise awareness. Like
events.
it's not something, I would say that you have a really unique stage that to continue in Korea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think the first thing, number one, and I'm gonna encourage everybody to do so, is like, please learn basic Koreans when you come to Korea to do business.
Yes.
It's essential.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I can tell, like, you know, because I have other friends, you know, foreigners working here, and they don't necessarily speak Korean.
Yep.
And it makes day and night, to be honest. It's a big difference because the Korean loves perfection.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So
That's what made them like.
exactly what
In
it is.
60 years, just a miracle.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm to be honest, I'm a fan of that. I admire that from them.
Yeah,
right?
they have really consistency.
Seriously.
Yeah, consistency.
They like perfection. Yes, Korean learn English and know how to speak English, but in the back of their mind, their English needs to be perfect. So that means that if they don't think it's perfect, they're not going to speak English.
That's
really.
what holds them back.
Yeah, that's what holds them back. When actually we don't care. We're just like, I'm going to speak.
Yes.
Even if it's like very broken, I'm going to speak. You know?
That's really correct.
But they're not gonna. So sometimes, and how do you know that? When you talk to somebody and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, my English is not so great." I'm like, "That's pretty good to me."
Yeah, you said that in full sentences.
Yeah, you know. So that means like, do not expect people to speak English to you. So that means you need to
have a
basic, a decent amount. It doesn't need like to be like super duper fluent. Of course, if you are, it's even better. But you know, at least when you have that, you know, basic of Korean, it helps so much. You know, even like, because how many times you're gonna have to talk to a CEO?
I see.
You know, and then you know, if like it's like, you know, that older generation, they're not necessarily gonna speak English, right?
I see.
So they so appreciate when you have that like little bit of Korean that they can interact with you.
I see.
Right?
That's true actually.
Yeah.
So
Everywhere.
that's number one advice.
Yeah,
You
that's
learn
number
the
one.
culture
right?
and the language.
Yeah, look, culture, like cultural language too, because a lot of things that you can do in Europe or in the US, it's not going to work here.
Yeah, it's
you
not
have to.
acceptable
You
It
have
has
to
a
adapt.
different philosophy as a business approach.
Completely. So you need to adapt. But at the same time, they do want us to, and that's why they have all these like things like for foreigners and startups, they want us to bring this different culture.
Yeah, they want us to integrate with the culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
But
interact.
you have to be open first to other
Exactly.
cultures to bring your culture as well.
Exactly. So yeah, so that would be number one. Number two, I have to think like which one of the like, you know.
Okay, maybe I would say like first you overcome the language barrier.
Yeah.
Second, like you had different business ideas.
Oh yeah.
So which one worked for you and which one were lessons? I wouldn't call them failures because any trial you start with business is actually it's like you have a necklace.
Yeah.
Like it's like one thing follows the other. If this idea did not form completely, there is something else. Actually, that experience helped you reach where you are today.
That's true.
So yeah.
You know, that's actually really true.
Yeah.
My initial idea when I came to Korea actually was I wanted to create a beauty line.
Okay, that's beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, but then what I realized is I wanted to make color cosmetics because you know you were just talking about it, how like the colors were very limited here.
Yes.
And even though I love K-beauty, that's the only thing that needs like still work today is the color cosmetic area, right? So I was like, you know, because obviously I didn't know better than that. I was just like, okay, we can do like, a full line of like, foundation or whatever, and
inclusive for everyone.
Exclusive for everyone. That was the concept, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, can you imagine made in Korea? That's like perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But then when you go to the, that was like, 5 years ago. I went to the laboratories and they could not understand
I see.
why I wanted so many colors. And I was just like, and I do remember because there was this one manufacturer and it was just like, and I had another partner back then that was like, that would help me because like, they would, my Korean, I was still like, learning. But I could still understand. And they were just like, why does she need like so many colors? And I was like, I'm like, well, actually, let me explain to you. In Korea, you have 3 colors, 21, 22, 23 for the foundation, right?
Yes.
You do
true.
know
Yeah.
that we cannot survive on that.
Yes.
You
It
know.
It should be like more.
Yeah, but even if we do like, okay, let's say they have 22, 21, 22, 23. Let's say we do like, 3 colors too. How many people can we reach?
Yeah.
A lot. In terms of
A lot
business.
more, but we're still going to be limited.
Very limited.
Very limited. So that's why I was just like, well, I need a minimum of 10 colors then, because I wanted to do like, 20-ish. They're like, they're like, okay, but then that's when the issue came in. It said, okay, we can do that, but just keep in mind that each color has to have a minimum MOQ of 5K.
Yeah. That's what is actually.
And then that killed me because I was just like, okay, if you do 3 colors 5K, I can understand, but 10 colors 5K, that's
a lot.
That's a lot. So I was just like, okay, that's not gonna work out. So then I understood from those lessons, and then I tried to push that. I tried to kind of like look for people to on board on the project and stuff like that. I understand that when you pick your business idea, you have to be at the right time, at the right place. And why I say that is because
well done. That's true.
what I'm saying is that back then, people were not ready to have this expansion. If I would go today and talk to them, I think it would be so much easier to like
or maybe
move on to that.
They will not gonna say it into 5K. They maybe will gonna say it into 1K, 2K.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's number one. And number two, people that I went to with the project idea, they're gonna change now because now the focus on KBD is totally different.
Eventually,
the people that will be interested in buying this kind of product is bigger, way bigger than what it was like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true. That's true.
And it's not something that's just going to be, because you have to think about that. What is your business idea bringing to Korea? It's not something that's focused on the overseas market now because Korea is getting an influx of foreigners.
Yes, there is like 1 million, I think, of foreigners in Korea.
That's really
And it's
getting
going to
like
keep,
more and more.
it's going to keep
It's keep growing.
It's
with
keep
students,
growing,
Yeah.
So that means that
work,
market is valid in Korea and outside of Korea.
Yes.
It just like you just need to be understanding what is the updates from time to time.
Exactly.
Yeah, because like everything, it goes like so fast.
I think you said that one point like 5 years ago. No one understood your concept. It's like you came from the future. And that's like you as Fama, we are all colored skin, and that's beautiful. And we had struggled with finding what's the best for us to have confidence and put makeup and like enjoy our daily life, and with different occasions. But even I heard and I have seen big celebrities who are with colored skin, like Rihanna.
Yeah.
And she created Fenty. What I heard is that even she, as an artist with that level of fame, she struggled. And
do you see?
Yeah, she struggled, and she didn't find a market or a corporate or company or a product that matches her. So they were playing with colors. When she was able to do it, she could do it. But even she struggled. So it's like we came from the future or something.
That's true, because it did take a long time for her to release it. I do remember the process.
But I have seen your idea before her. But I think both of you as women have went through the same problem.
Because eventually all of us, we have the same. But the thing is, the interesting part, before people, they do understand the makeup, it was kind of heavy. and it should be like specific color, like more into brightening and so on. So I can see now people are really getting naturally as a makeup
comfortable with their
skin, and it shouldn't be, has to be specific level in terms of doing the art in your it depends on your facial expression and so on. So I mean, like, if we were gonna talk about the makeup,
it's never ending.
It's never ending.
Infinite.
But we are still talking about your business.
Yeah.
And the struggle that you went through is like, it's really amazing.
Fascinating.
Fascinating and inspiring for many women and any person who has a mindset to start a business.
It's just, you have to, not like, I'm gonna give an advice actually. I think when you have what's really important when you go on a business adventure like this, is you need that, one person who believes in you. You don't need, and it can be like somebody, like, your mom, your dad, your brother, like your best friend, your mentor. You need that because it's really hard and it's very lonely.
As an entrepreneur, it's a lonely journey, and as well as it's very great to have every time like kind of mentor. And if you could not find mentor because your business idea, or let's say the journey that you wanted to continue, it's a little bit kind of unique. So either you go second opinion, third opinion, fourth opinion, or to see who is around you have the same frequency for continuation. So I mean, eventually, it is,
as you said, you need someone. Maybe sometimes that someone is you, but you need to find your tribe and your community and your people.
Exactly.
Even finding, first you have to believe in the idea yourself and believe in it so much and see it. But don't be a dreamy, be a strategic.
That's how I think this is how the entrepreneurship usually, like, either they are very believing in themselves and too fantasy and too dreamy, but when it comes to reality, they will feel either disappointed so much, or sometimes like they will adjust. So it depends on the person and how much they wanted to see in the future for their for their business.
It can be also so hard, mentally, that you get like,
overwhelmed.
one failure after one failure after. And like you said, it's not a failure, it's a lesson.
Exactly.
But sometimes at that time, you don't see it as a lesson.
Nobody.
You're just like, oh my God, again, and it's like frustrating. And that's what I'm saying. That's when you need like that pick me up, like somebody say, it's okay. That's going to tell you it's okay,
as a green light,
as
just
you go,
carry
you're going to get that. You're going to get there by yourself.
Eventually, the matured, I wouldn't say because of the age or because of the education.
Exactly.
No, I would say it's an opinion, but the fact, to be honest, is your own experience.
Exactly.
That's what give you more grown up, and that's what give you like who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you
for
learn
example,
a lot.
You say, for example, recently I went to a hiking, and I've been out of shape for a really long time because of COVID, and I had my own excuses, like mentally. But like when I went, everyone was like, I'm new, I don't have experience. You cannot have an experience with hiking unless you hike.
Yeah, that's so true.
Same
this
thing
is what
with
it goes
business.
with sport.
You cannot be experienced unless you put yourself. You cannot say, where experience comes from?
I know.
From trials.
Exactly.
trials.
And you never know what is your strength at that moment.
Yeah, that's so true.
You might get surprised with the way that you are carry on, and like you are moving on, and you are doing it. As you said,
number one thing is you have to have yourself and someone who believes in you. Because we are talking about business. At the end of the day, it's cash flow and money. How can you survive with basics like you don't have a rooftop on your head, you don't have food, you don't have basic transportations? Those basics, so
frustrating.
It is.
Instead of like,
but this is how you make your own legacy and empire.
So you need either a support from a community, or actually I believe in something called multiple income streams. We're gonna talk
100%.
That's a long
that's what it gives you the strength, and you feel like you're strong.
As you mentioned, like, did you work different jobs to focus on your business?
100%. 100%. I had to, because first you need the cash.
Exactly.
You know, like, you know, I love how people is like, money is not everything. Money
No,
is everything.
it's
Okay, not everything, but like almost everything.
Yes.
Actually,
it makes life easier.
it's 70% of what we actually do it every single day.
And you know how I realized that is, you know, when I had that first idea to do the cushion, you know, like the makeup line, I was just like, had I had the money, that was not like, that would not be like an issue, right?
Yes. It's money accelerates the process, makes it faster.
Yeah.
But money was not there. So, and then you get frustrated.
That's what it holds you back for a while.
Yeah. And then you get frustrated when you see somebody else that's doing your idea.
Yeah.
Because they have the means that you didn't have. Or because
for
like
example,
they're like,
Rihanna.
No, actually my idea was after Rihanna, so that was good. And then my concept was a little bit different, but she was definitely an inspiration, 100%.
Yes. She worked hard as an artist, and then she created her business, which is huge respect.
I'm such
we're a fan.
We're a fan, totally.
Yes.
I respect that.
That's
And then but then I did see like, you know, other people like, you know, seeing the project I had and then turning it into their own. And that's really, that's, you know, that's really heartbreaking when you say that, because you're just like,
your
vision is taken away from you.
But you never know, maybe this is just like a start. And actually, because like all of us, we did not have that the actual starting process of understanding this type of basic thing. People they will see business, but nobody knows the
struggle behind that,
the struggle behind the starting the route
nights.
And what is. I mean, all of us, if we know the actual business model, what it means in terms of moving on,
we'll be so successful.
Everybody
right there.
Exactly. But this experience things actually, it seems like it's a hidden. I would say like it's
a journey.
It is.
It's like you know, the jewelry that's inside the sea,
like the gem.
And you need to dig in till you get
keep digging in.
Keep digging until you get that. Or I would say also when you plant something, you just have only
just a little bit.
It's a little bit. Then when it grows, it's consistently.
I know.
So it's like we discover
the sun, the air, and the love.
Yeah, exactly.
Give yourself a lot of love.
Like seriously.
And I'm happy that after a long time, we met each other.
Yeah, we are
it's like really
blessed to meet you.
That
really,
we met each other, and like we have the similar mindset, similar journey. We can
share.
We can share. We can learn. We actually, it's a law of attraction.
I love it. I love it. But you know, another thing that I wanted to add is when things don't go your way. There's a reason why.
That is.
I always feel like that's something that I truly believe in. There's a plan, and if it didn't happen at that time, there's a reason why. You might not understand it at that point.
Exactly, but because you just wanted to let it. Just done.
You know,
go.
But then when you go back and you're just like, oh, I'm so happy it didn't happen then, actually, because maybe A, B, C, D. Now I'm in a good place, you know, you know, maybe that was the process I had to go through to get here.
Exactly.
So you have to kind of like, and that's what you gained through experience.
Yes, I see.
100%.
That's really great.
Thank you, Fama, for today.
Really,
it
was really a pleasure meeting you.
But our time is actually.
I know. It's always like
it's always the time.
But we're gonna have you soon.
Very soon. Maybe in the second, like when you have something new in the future.
And she's working on it.
You are well, actually, we don't want to like release it at the moment because like we're gonna keep it like as an exclusive in the future. So you just let us know what is the second thing that you are up to, which is you are doing it right now, so that we can let our istoria podcast to know and stay tuned with your business model.
Sounds good.
Good luck, guys, with everything. Good luck, Fama.
Thank you
today.
Really,
and so you are Fama, and you have your podcast as well.
Yes. So if you like, you know, after all we talked about was K-beauty, we have the podcast on K-beauty. So it's a video
better
podcast.
Understanding. Actually,
better understanding.
Even though I have the understanding of K-beauty, but I would love to see from your side as expertise and so on. So it will be great to look forward.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will gonna wrap up for the today, and I hope you will have a great day.
I'll see you guys soon, and thank you for having me.
No
thank
problem.
you.
It was
And I would like to thank. Wouldn't have been possible without Google for Startup.
Yeah.
So we are using the space. They provided the space, the cameras, the equipment, and everything.
Yeah.
And we hope that it's gonna be a helpful community for everyone
for all of us
to share as creators. So shout out to Google.
Yeah.
Thank you, Google.
Thank you. In Korea. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Till next time.
Bye.